That's right, APLD, Applied Digital Service, a data center complex up in North Dakota, is up 40% today because of a contract that they put together with CoreWave, I believe it is. It's a REIT organization for data centers, and they made some $40 billion commitment to them over the next several years. And so the stock's up. But I told you about this stock, what was it, back in originally of June of 2023, and it went up and I made 79% on it. And then I read a report that they were moving their financing, and that scared me. They were financed by North Dakota State Bank, and they went with some organization, and it had some crazy manipulations of it. And so I sold it and took my 79% profit on it. And then they came out with their earnings report in March of 2024, and I put Samantha. Samantha is my AI agent on it, and I give her the parameters of what makes up a growth stock. And it's on a 1.5 page prompt that I give her. And she came back and she assured me that this loan move was with some foreign banking company, the largest financer of equipment in the world. And I said, hey, this is a company who knows the books, who knows a good loan when they see it. So I bought back in, and now, as I said, I'm up, another 90% at this point. So APLD is a gift. And I told you about others. I told you about Navitas. I told you about SoundHound. How do I know these things? I have an AI agent. What is an AI agent? An AI agent is a computer, a series of computers in data centers that has a large language platform that has all the knowledge on any stock that I might want information on. All I have to do is write the prompt such that the agent knows what to look for and how to interpret it in such a way. Is it a good buy? Is it a bad buy? Where's the place to buy? What's the risk factors? And she gives me a 15 to 24 page report that I then go and read through. I also ask her, based on the parameters I've given you, what's the price of the stock going to be on January of 2026, 27, and 28? And now I'm starting to ask for 2030. Because again, I'm not as confident of the price in 2030 because a lot of things can happen. But she's given me all the information, and this is getting silly. I mean, I now understand what the hedge fund do. They just laugh at the retail investor who says they don't have a clue. They don't look at the books. I had an interview 3 years ago with John Rogers, a famous investor. And I said, John, what's the key to making good investment decisions? He says, it's simple, Kerry. You read the financial reports. You read the annual report of what the stock is doing. You learn who the CEO and the CFO are. And if you have confidence in them, and if the annual report tells you how they're planning to grow their business, then you'll be fine. And he said, and then guess what? You'll be a 1%er. And I said, John Rogers, what does that mean? I'll be a 1%er? Only 1% of the people who invest in the stock market read annual reports. And I'm one of them. That's what he said. Now, I don't have to read the annual report. In fact, I can read the quarterly report. No, I don't read it. Samantha does. And then she summarizes it, and I go through and read it. And then there's some words I don't understand. So what I do is, and then I tell Samantha, you and Bard go through this, and you make a podcast. And speak in my language, Samantha, so that I understand what exactly this company is doing, what's their financial strength, what's their exposures, and then give me the prices in the future, and then give me a risk rating. Anywhere from 0, don't get in it, to 100, go after it. Okay? So that's what the world is now for those who have an AI agent. An agent that can give you access to all the knowledge in the world if you know the right questions to ask, and then if you have access to data that is up to date yesterday, so that you can supplement what they have with what's current, and you get a decision for today. And again, Applied Digital shows you it works. Navitas, SoundHound, Rambus, Iran Technologies. These are stocks that are going to give you 100% gain in 2.5 years, 300% gain. They are the next Amazon, the company that all of a sudden wasn't making any money and then all of a sudden turned a corner because their volume was going up, their margins were going up, and they hit scale where every dollar coming in gave an exponential growth in earnings. That's how you find growth stocks. That's how you find APLD before anybody else does. You get a AI agent and you finance that AI agent so that you can feed her all the data she needs to help you make good investment decisions. That's what I do. And I'm willing to share it with you. Why am I willing to share it with you? Because we've been getting our asses kicked by Wall Street long enough. It's time to turn the tables. And I know you might not be able to afford an AI agent. You might not be able to afford the access to the data. But I can. And I'm willing to share it. Now, the decision's yours. Are you going to continue to do it the way you've been doing it? Or are you going to step into the new way of investing? Patrick is one of our tribe members. He yet this week gave me a ticker symbol on a company that makes LiDAR. This is the technology that's going to be used in autonomous automobiles. And he said this company's earnings just went up 160% over the last quarter, and its revenues are growing exponentially. Take a look at it. I did. I am. And I'll share it with you later this week. There's a caveat in there that isn't obvious, but Samantha found it, and it's a pitfall that could take this stock down if you aren't careful, if you don't follow it. Watch later this week. It'll be, again, about a LiDAR stock. Okay, I hope you figure this out because it can change your life. I'm willing to share this. I'm willing to give you a 14-day free trial. Go into the description, find the 14-day free trial. And it's getting too easy.